Man, we won't see each other for a whole weekend? What are we gonna do with all the time? I mean, I already know what I'm doing. I'm not allowed to leave the set. I live here. It's cold at night. Google is blocking some Canadians from receiving news content, which means that if you found this video,
you have been chosen.
From maple syrup.
Apparently, the tech giant is running tests to block news access in the true north in response to pending Canadian legislation that would force large platforms like Google and Meta to pay news publishers for their content. But Google loves news. I can't believe they would be opposed to paying for it for a third time. Yeah, if this story sounds familiar, it might be because Google threatened to shut off search in Australia in 2021 when the country/continent proposed similar legislation. Or you might be thinking of the $500 million fine France slapped Google with that same year for refusing to pay French news outlets. In both of these previous cases, Google eventually backed down. But third time's the charm? If it, squeaky wheel, etc., you know? Google isn't the only tech company to earn the ire of the Canadian government, as our privacy commissioner is now also investigating TikTok to see how badly the app is violating Canadian privacy legislation. Because everyone's talking about, the EU's investigating TikTok, America's investigating TikTok. Canada can investigate things too, okay? We just need to take breaks to send Jean-Louis to hit up Timmy's every once in a while.
Murdoch Mysteries. Heard of it? Probably not. It's exclusive to this country.
It's my show! Google, the company we just talked about, has been accused by the US Department of Justice of destroying digital evidence pertinent to the antitrust lawsuit filed by federal and state regulators back in 2020. Look, they could just be minimalists. A clogged server does not spark joy. According to filings by the US government, Google has been deleting certain internal chats after 24 hours. The filings further state that Google was supposed to cease its auto-delete practices way back in 2019 when the tech giant reasonably anticipated the upcoming litigation. And instead, according to the DOJ, the auto-deletions continued until as recently as the 8th of this month. Even Bing Chat knows it isn't still 2019.
It's 2022.
It has no idea what year it is, but it doesn't end with the US government either. Epic Games filed a motion to sanction Google for the supposed chat deletions, since they are also relevant to the ongoing lawsuit over the Google Play Store. In a statement, Google pointed out that they've already produced over 4 million documents for the federal lawsuit alone. So who cares if Google destroys records of 9 potential trial witnesses? I think the DOJ could learn a little something called gratitude. And YouTube, the company owned by that company we just talked about, is adding some new features. One of the most exciting is multi-language audio support, which allows creators to add additional audio tracks to a video for dubs in different languages, which is so much easier than having alternate YouTube channels for each of the world's languages. So I guess we should cancel our plans for El Tech-Linked.
Why have I been learning Spanish?
This feature has already been tested by a small group of established creators such as Mr. Beast or Señor Bestia, if you've been listening to the Spanish audio. Huh? Is that okay?
It was okay.
YouTube is also adding podcast support in YouTube Studio and YouTube Music. You can now designate your content as a podcast and organize episodes within a playlist, which will then be available to YouTube Music users. Now, would I have preferred it if instead of adding podcast compatibility to YouTube Music, YouTube focused on general quality of life improvements, like allowing me to keep my YouTube Music search history, subscriptions, and playlists separate from my YouTube ones? Of course! There's no but, I just needed to get that out. In less popular news, YouTube Video is apparently testing a 1080p premium quality that lets premium subscribers watch at a higher bitrate. Despite the conspiracy theories, YouTube has stated they haven't degraded the bitrate of the normal 1080p option. Google has been accused of lying in the past, as well as aggressively avoiding added costs. But when was the last time you heard about them doing those things? You can't count the last 2 stories.
The 3 stories from now.
Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by Grammarly. When it comes to work, communication is key. What does that key unlock? Better productivity, thumbs ups, and high fives. Meanwhile, miscommunication is the key to confusion with your team, leading to delayed projects and no high fives. I know which one I want. That's why we recommend checking out Grammarly Premium's Tone Rewrite Suggestions feature, which can help your writing come across clearly and confidently. To get started, simply install the desktop app, log in, and start typing. Grammarly helps our business team stay confident in their writing by keeping it professional and mistake-free, because the right tone can move any project forward. Why would you move backward? You don't have eyes there. Go to Grammarly.com/techlink to sign up for an account, and if you'd like to enhance your writing and tone, upgrade to Grammarly Premium for 20% off. Speaking of bit rates, my quick bit rate is about 5 per video. This is stupid.
You made it through.
Google, that company that owns the company owned by the company we just talked about, has announced they are rolling out the Magic Eraser and HDR effect tools to Google One subscribers on both Android and iOS, as well as all Pixel users. This is great news. I tried using Mr. Clean's version of Magic Eraser, but it just left all those little white bits everywhere.
And there was no hot bald guy.
Where's the hot bald guy? I was promised a bald man. The commercials are very misleading. I thought he would dance with me. Nearly 1,500 web domains containing the words ChatGPT has been registered by hackers just this week. Security researchers have shown images of websites claiming to offer downloads of the chatbot, but surprise, it's malware. It's your classic story. Something becomes popular and other people try to profit off its success. I still remember when I got a Super Guy action figure for Christmas. He had gamma ray vision and the ability to hover, and then he stole my credit card information. Intel CEO Pat Gelsinger denied the rumors that the company would be delaying its 3nm chips, emphasizing that all 3nm projects, including Arrow Lake, would be arriving in 2024. You may remember that we reported about the rumors on Wednesday. So on behalf of the entire TechLink team, I just want to say, Pat, please let my family go. We did not mean it. Mozilla performed a study suggesting apps on the Google Play Store are misleading potential users on how much data they're collecting.
That's pretty hot and foxy. Because they made Firefox. Cut that out. Prove it.
The Firefox maker investigated the store's data safety labels, which are meant for developers to disclose how they handle users' data. Turns out that not only has Google not been vetting the labels of apps in the Play Store, they've also been labeling their own apps with misleading claims about data privacy.
Like that you have it.
So, it's been 5 TechLink stories since the last time Google was accused of lying. Let's try for a longer streak next time, Google, okay. And Sony broadcast their latest state of play yesterday, and their last announcement was a real showstopper. And after it was done, the show stopped when Sony decided to end the video on the upcoming Suicide Squad game from developer Rocksteady, which asks the question, what would it be like if someone made a comic-licensed co-op live service loot-based game? That question was already asked 3 years ago by Marvel's Avengers, and the answer was bad. So instead, get hyped for Humanity, a game where the only hope for the survival of the human species is a Shiba Inu. Now that's how you ask the important questions. Who is that little dog? Does he like?
What's his deal?
Does he like belly rubs? And we'll have answers on Monday, so you should tune in, please. It's really lonely standing here all weekend. Hey!